Before I go into the rest of the conversation, I just wanted to update you guys on what just happened with the downloadable content that just came out. So, it seems that our initial speculation was kind of right, as is the case with everyone else who thought the same thing. Yes, we did get an extra stage. Yes, we did get more Mii costumes. No, we didn't get another fighter, and I don't think we were speculating on that, so... well, at least we got the essentials right. Everything else we got completely wrong. Wow. Not even close, to be honest. Like, Sakurai threw us a huge curveball here. None of these costumes we saw coming. So let's go over them. Well, first, the new stage. Or, actually, the returning stage. We initially thought it was going to be either from 64 or Melee, because we haven't even seen Melee come back yet. So none of us thought that Brawl was really going to have a stage come over, and yet we got the pirate ship back. I love the pirate ship, so I was happy to see it come back. Unfortunately, for those of you who have only the 3DS version, you don't get that. It's only a Wii U version. However, you do get the Duck Hunt stage for free. And then, of course, we have the Mii costumes. We have the business suits, which just look kind of hilarious. We have Toad. Okay, interesting. I thought he was already in the game as a costume, but I guess I was wrong. Verity makes a nice choice, and probably the only one I would get out of this whole set. Monster Hunters doesn't exactly surprise me, but I guess I shouldn't... I guess I'm shocked that we didn't actually bring them up at all. Like, out of all the Capcom franchises, we completely missed this one? Okay. Man, I should have seen that coming. And then we've got Fox and Captain Falcon deconfirmed. Oh, sorry guys, I guess they're not going to be playable this time, right? No, of course that's not the case, because when you look at the new Mii costumes that just came out, it just kind of shows that there's no other, like, strong Ballot character here. And it's kind of strongly points towards both Inklings and King K. Rool, and all these other costumes were done before the Ballot took place. They might be looking at the Ballot right now, but I don't think that initially had an impact on the characters that they were going to make for costumes. So I still think it's open season for Inklings and King K. Rool. I think they still have a really good chance. Also in the update, there were a few character changes, so all of your replays are dead now. They're gone, once again. Kind of why it took so long for me to get this video done, because I wanted to make sure I got all my highlights recorded, but unfortunately all the extra replays I had on my 3DS are now gone, so wish I had found a way to record those while I had the chance. Oh well. Most of the changes that have occurred in the character balances, it just seems that most of them were going after their custom specials. Only a few of them were really that much affected, though I noticed that DK's side B and Marth and Lucina's B, they don't break the shield as much on a character, which is kind of sad. Like, DK was one of my favorite characters to use the shield breaker moves on, but it's not completely worthless. It's lowered, but it's not worthless. Okay, so with all that said, this whole update, okay, it was a good surprise. Not a whole lot of costumes I'm really excited for. Maybe Verity, but I'm not too sure yet. And okay, it's good to have the pirate ship level back. And I guess with all that said, let's go on to the rest of the conversation. Okay, so basically, before we look at the main issue here, we originally wanted to have Push Dustin from Source Gaming on here because he kind of came up with the article that we're going to be going over. He lives in Japan, I believe, and he was going through all the message boards and Twitter accounts, and he was trying to translate as much as he could about the Smash Ballot and who people are supporting there. And it's only out of 1,000 people, but it's still more than what any of us would ever do. So basically what's going on here is he's deciphering, or he's trying to figure out who Japan really wants as DLC. And
these are Japanese researchers.
Yeah. And this is from April 1st to August 30th, which explains why Roy is still on there. Like, I don't know why he didn't decide to take him out. Maybe it's for, like, history purposes.
I think it's just more as a result kind of thing. Like, just to show Roy is here as part of the result.
Yeah. So basically what we want to do is, he compiled 50 of them. He was following 200 characters. But he figured, yeah, I know, that's a lot. But of the 200, he listed the top 50, or at least from what his research was going after. And I think we're only going to go over the top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's basically what we have to do. And we have some notes here that he put here. And I was hoping he could be in this conversation so he could kind of like guide us and give us more of an understanding of what was really going on. But, well, what can I really say? Sorry. Didn't turn out like we hoped. He was interested.
Chef tried.
Yeah, he was interested, but he couldn't make it, I guess.
Well, anyway, shout out to him for doing all the hard work.
Yes.
Actually, should we do 11? Since if we do 10, we're basically doing 9 because of Roy.
Well, we're just going to remove Roy and put 11 into 10 spot.
Alright.
Okay.
So that's a yes.
So that is a yes. Alright, good.
Yes.
Straight answer. Just what I wanted.
Alright, so the number one character is, this makes me so happy you guys don't understand. Apparently,
break out your happiness.
No, I understand. I completely understand.
No, I mean, apparently Japan is one of us. One of us. You mean a green skinny sheen? Get to see you're one of us.
Yes, Karul.
Yes, Karul is apparently one of the top requested characters in Japan.
They got good taste.
Yep, they got K Rool, 11% of all votes. That's kind of nuts.
They know what the roster needs. More villains, more DK characters, and just K Rool.
And he also went into some extra findings about the character with a little more detail. So here's what he had to say. It seems that Dixie's support declined and Karul's increased. Some of the Dixie Kong requests originate from feeling of lack of representation for the Donkey Kong series in Japan. So some fans may have decided to back Rool as he had overwhelming support. The reaction following the Rool costume revelation was pretty much the same as it was in the West. That is just nuts. They thought exactly the same as we did. A lot of posters were shocked, some felt insulted, many felt that the costume severely hurt Karul's chances, not deconfirmed, just hurt, while others believe it's Sakurai's trolling the fanbase.
Oh gee, I wonder what's more like me.
Oh, make fun of Dark Pit and Lucina, don't you? Well, I can mess with you too.
God.
I've done it with Ridley, I can do it with K Rool too.
He can do anything he wants. He can put in Shrek if he wanted to.
Here's the thing though, I almost forgot to mention this, but regarding the Karul costume, this was actually put up a while ago. The costume was actually more based on the old rare design of him, right?
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing, it was a few weeks ago, but when you booted up the Smash for the Wii U and you had the headlines, it actually said on there, Retro Fighters, Karul, and Flying Man are available for DLC Mii costumes. Notice how it said retro, not fan favorite. They labeled it as retro. So the fact that they could...
when that happened, I thought that was really cool.
So the fact that they could actually use the newer design, it still gives a lot of hope.
But actually, a comment that you said earlier that Dixie support kind of went down, I'm actually starting to think if that's maybe because maybe people were seeing a little bit too much Diddy at the beginning, I think for obvious reasons. God, and maybe just people wanted to see King K. Rool because he would be kind of way more different than Dixie.
And you mentioned Lucina and Dark Pit, and that kind of goes back to the whole clone thing and how people usually react to that. So they want to see a more original character from Smash Ballot than Dixie would probably be another Diddy.
Or it was the wounds from the hoo-ha.
Or the hoo-ha, yeah.
God. Honestly, I kind of missed that. It was funny.
That really was fun when we finally got into it.
But Nerf Dart.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, with King K. Rool for me, it's one of those. I don't really have any strong feelings towards him, but I do want to see him in because I think the roster is severely missing villains, and Donkey Kong has turned into such a big franchise, especially recently, thanks to its, big comeback.
Thanks, Retro!
Yeah, thank you, Retro. So I want to see King K. Rool in there, but it's kind of also for me, it's, if he's in there, cool. If he's not, oh well.
I mean, unlike CJ and me, CJ, it's not like you're gonna get heartbroken.
So I've already got my heart broken.
I got my heart broken many times during
what makes you so special?
Yeah, I want to say this right now, just so I can get this off my chest. In terms of whoever wins the ballot, I just want to say, congratulations, your character got in. I look forward to seeing how Sakurai is going to implement them in the game. To everybody else, please don't be disheartened. It was a really hard decision to make for them. I'm sure not everyone can be pleased. I am trying not to be as bitter about this if my characters don't get in. If they get in, it's fantastic. But if they don't, I don't want to blame the team or anything. I just want to. I'll be disappointed, sure, but I'm not going to be angry about it. I want to look
Except
forward
if
to
you
what
are
we're
the guy
getting.
that voted for Shrek. If you
No.
did, no.
It's
So
like,
too long, didn't read GG.
okay, well, we all want to be good sports about this, but hey,
Yeah.
CJ, we gotta make a promise. If K. Rool comes in, we gotta sing the whole soundtrack of the doggone cartoon.
I'll join you for
I will
that.
go for the ones that I can remember. Those I will definitely do on my channel. If you want to do a collab, we'll do a collab and we'll put it
Yeah,
on
I can
both
Oh,
only
channels.
yes,
remember
yes.
one. I can only remember one, and you probably know what it is, Beth.
Do you think you can feel confident doing the Diddy drop rap?
Diddy for the coconut for Diddy.
Don't do it, he's bluffing, I hope.
Okay, later.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah,
So-
later.
yeah,
Basically, when it comes to Rool, there's so many moveset potentials. They can literally just write them and put them in a hat, draw them, and we'll be happy with it.
And he wears that hat.
Yeah.
He wears it loud and proud.
Yeah, it's like
And then he uses that hat as a move.
it's down
He
special.
what?
His down special is a freaking curtain. Put on a costume. Change like Pokemon trainers back.
Yeah, like, and then not only that though, but the character has so much charm to him that a lot of people aren't really aware of.
I hope
but-
K. Rool pulls out the boxing gloves.
Yeah, I think what they really could do is, for extra sense of charm, when you foot still jump on him, he turns to the camera and goes, "Oh!"
Yes.
And then if you foot still jump on him in the air, he'll try to flutter his arms like he does in the DKC3 boss fight.
Yes.
Reminds me of the Bowser starfish when you put still him in the air.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then when one of his victory poses could be when he's just like waving at everyone, going, "Thank you, yeah, thank you."
Now I'm imagining that with doubles if your partner's a Lil Mac.
Yeah.
It's like
No, I can. K. Rool versus King Dedede. Waddle Dees versus Kremlins.
yeah,
Yes.
two things I really want with K. Rool. First of all, if he gets in, you gotta make another instead of event matches, then do something with Little Mac and Donkey Kong, okay?
Yes.
Second of all, whatever you do, make it bad, make it good, whatever, make him funny.
Yes.
Yes, he's got to be well animated.
Yeah.
Make him as funny as Wario. I'm not
Yes.
kidding.
Yes.
No, you're spot on with that.
Oh god.
Needs to be like all the best of Wario and all the best of Dedede put together in a beautiful, beautiful crocodile.
Oh
Yes.
man, poor Glory just became a beautiful place.
Okay. Who's number two?
Actually, before we go on, there's one more thing I wanted to bring up, just because it was an interesting little thing. It was like, and I brought this up last time too, so I want to make sure I bring this up again as well. There was the issue of Rool's height compared to the Kremlings in Smash Run,
Oh god.
but I took a picture of Bowser next to a Hammer Brother next to a Kremling. The Hammer Brother is almost as big as Bowser, so size really means jack squat.
And it's not even a sumo bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, back to
They didn't
size
even give it a
debates.
mushroom in Mario Maker.
Size debates, oh boy.
I just wanted to
Yeah.
bring that up. I just wanted to just put it there and just leave
Even
it
if
as
we're
it
not
was.
talking about Ridley, it still continues
It's just that
on in
size
that
debate. It's just so funny.
I think CJ already killed that argument. Freaking murdered it already.
Well, there's a lot more I could talk about with Ridley, and I do still support him, but I don't think his chances are that good anymore as they were at the beginning of the ballot. But moving on, yeah, it's a good idea to move on. We have number 2, who I think is just, I think we can all agree here, he's got to be a lock or a shoo-in at this point. If he doesn't get in, it's the most surprising thing. Whoever, I don't know what on earth could possibly keep him out, but Wolf is number 2.
Set him free! Please!
Yes.
Free the Wolf!
Free the Wolf. No, you pretty much nailed it on the head. Like, if they don't bring him back, it'll be more surprising than anything.
I mean, if Lucas, Roy, and you two came back, Wolf is coming back.
Wolf
He
is
just
definitely
has to.
coming back. I am dead set on this. Wolf is coming back. If I am wrong, please quote me and mock it in my face, because I will be legitimately stunned.
Yeah, well, out of all the veterans, if there's any veteran coming, any other veterans coming back, which they will, you gotta be kidding me now. It's gonna be Wolf.
Yeah.
Star Fox.
And before Pichu comes before Wolf.
Ew. No, don't.
In V4.
No.
Sorry, and Patrick, didn't you tell me that Star Wolf was confirmed for Star Fox Zero?
Yeah, from last time, I believe I did see, like, Star Wolf in there. I believe
You
so.
believe or you know?
I'm pretty sure in the first trailer I saw 2 Star Wolf.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing Star Wolf ships in
Yeah.
there, and I believe they were fighting, like, Pigma at one point. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember they were fighting Pigma. But
Yeah, I
and Star Fox Zero does happen, you know.
Yeah, it's during that war, so it's.
Yeah, so so Pigma is with Wolf, so.
I mean,
Okay.
technically that was more like this is going to be more of a reimagining sort of thing. It's really weird the way he's trying to say it's not a sequel, it's not a remake, it's a reimagining. So.
No,
Which, haven't we done that like 3 times now in the
Well,
Star
regardless.
universe now?
Yeah.
Regardless, Star Wolf is like such a big part of Star Fox. There's no way they couldn't bring back Wolf with Star Fox Zero.
The only real problem I have, or that I can imagine with Wolf right now, not that it would keep him out of the game, just if he gets in, they're gonna probably give him his Star Fox 64 3D voice.
No!
It's not the fact that it's the voice is bad, it's just for some reason in Smash Bros. They tell him to do a completely different direction on
The
their
direction sucks. It's okay. My question: you're good. You sound like a humble space pilot, but I need you to be an anime hero, screaming your face off. Okay, well, following that logic, Wolf's gonna be an anime villain.
Yeah.
No!
Oh no.
No!
We're so worried about this.
No!
But I.
First Zygarde looking like Cell, now this.
I'm just imagining now him. I'm
No!
imagining him now with like Mega Man 8 Dr. Wily voice.
Oh god.
No.
You're gonna kill me. Okay. But okay,
Just Mega Man 8 voices.
of all the characters' voice lines you're gonna recycle, it better be him. Or like with Roy, get the original voice actor back and re-record the lines.
I would be okay if they actually just took some of the lines from Star Fox 64 3D and just put them in, like his taunt that says, one of Wolf's taunts that was, "What's the matter, skid?" I could easily have that replaced with, "You're not so tough." And then if he gets like knocked out and you see him flying away to the little star, he could actually just say, "No way! I don't believe it."
Or
Yeah,
like,
he says that during that time span that he's behind the stage.
or
Yes.
like when he's KO, just like akin to Ryu. It's like, what the heck?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah, that is me every time he's footstool. Seriously?
No, it's like footstool. Really?
No way!
Oh wait! What about with his meteor smash? He goes, "You're going down!" if he hits. If he connects, he says that.
We don't want him to talk as much as Palutena, okay?
Okay.
Okay. No, this was like he's gonna pull out his blaster. No. Okay.
Blaster.
Or when he steals the lead from someone, he goes, "Can't let you do that."
God.
Every time you give somebody, can't let you
Oh
do that.
no.
Okay, so we are all basically in the same boat here. We all think Wolf is coming back, even if he doesn't get in as like a Ballot character. They could still have him in as a promotional character. And I think if there's any DLC character that they are working on right now, it's Wolf.
Yeah, they could easily just port him over from Brawl.
Yeah, I mean, Wolf has always been my personal favorite species of choice in both Brawl and a certain project. I would really love to see him back. Yeah, I really want I want Wolf back. I miss him.
Yeah.
He was really fun
I mean,
to use.
say Sakurai's been working really hard, okay? And if he's give us a character on September, like in a few days actually.
Yeah.
If there's anyone that's gonna be there, it's gonna be Wolf.
Which also kind of reminds me, do you think that they will actually announce the winners of the ballot here, or do you think they're going to announce them at the supposed October 14th direct?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna announce the characters without officially revealing them.
Oh
Yeah.
no, that wouldn't be smart.
I think it's going to be maybe sometime once they are confirmed done with the DLC, then they'll
Right.
say the
Who
ballot
is-
results.
Where was each character? Blah blah blah.
I don't know if they'll actually tell us the results, but I think they'll tell us who the winners were, because they usually don't tell us fan voting polls and stuff like that. It was actually documented on Source Gaming. The only time they've ever showed us who was the official polls of anything was for Melee in Japan. The only other character that we know who, for a fact, got in because of popularity was Sonic for Brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have to move on to our next character, Roy. No, we don't have to talk about Roy. Moving on to the next character.
Rolling confirmed, guys.
Not my boy anymore.
March number 3, let's go.
Okay, so number 3 is Waddle Dee from the Kirby franchise, and if they can make him like return to Dreamland, Waddle Dee.
Return to Kirby.
Yeah, return to Kirby.
Return to Kirby. What?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Return to Dreamland. If they can make him like that with the spear, I would love it. There's a moveset almost potentially written up.
I've seen a lot of support for Waddle Dee like coming in more and more and more, and the more I look at it, the more I realize this would really work.
Wow.
Because this in particular, Waddle Dee has been in the Kirby series since Superstar, I believe.
I told you what was going to happen, dude. I told you somebody was going to tell you there was support.
Because that's the interesting thing, you know, I've done my work, I've gone on Facebook, I've gone on Twitter, I've done a little bit, you know, weaving through YouTube comments and stuff like that. I don't think I ever saw a Waddle Dee for Smash thing, so this is really surprising to me that he's this high.
Yeah.
And knowing Sakurai.
Okay,
Sakurai bias, but
And not to mention that there is still a huge support for them on Smash boards, but I think it's kind of interesting though, even though they're not really like campaigning as much or as loudly as some other characters, that doesn't mean that there isn't a huge support behind them. But I definitely feel like Waddle Dee almost seemed that surprising, unless you actually like look around. No offense. I'm just saying like, no, you know, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I think they really just need to start saying more things. But I do think that they do pretty well in the polls.
I mean, for me, it's just one of those. I would have no problem with Waddle Dee in, and if I think we're gonna ever get a fourth character, I think it would be him. But my thing is just one of those. It's a bit different with DLC because you gotta remember, for the average consumer, are they willing to pay $5 for this character? And for me, it really depends. If Waddle Dee's the character, they gotta show him off well.
Oh yeah, and I have no doubts that they would make him absolutely amazing in his trailer.
He's gonna be too epic for his own good.
Yeah.
They're gonna be meme pictures like crazy, but yeah, if say Waddle Dee's confirmed, whatever, okay, and there's a trailer, if they handle it as well as even like everyone so far, even Mewtwo would turn out to be quote unquote crappy. I think it's gonna sell itself, and in the game's as hype as Smash 4, I don't think we have to worry about that.
And not only that, but Kirby is pretty popular not only in Japan, but everywhere else. So
Kirby's big stuff.
Yeah, actually, I am kind of wondering, thinking about now, Waddle Dees are always depicted as a little heavier than usual, and most of the Kirby, the three characters are considered pretty lightweight characters as a whole, so I wonder if Waddle Dee would be more of a middleweight character, or something like that.
Maybe. It's really hard to say.
I like Kirby's the lightest, Meta Knight's the second lightest, Diddley's the second heaviest in the game. But and yeah, he could Waddle Dee could be like Sonic weight, you know?
Yeah, I think
like
Sonic weight probably good.
Yeah, about maybe like what if he'd have like Roy's fastball?
Ooh,
Okay.
that would like a spear for like, you know, doing like some Marth zoning or something like that.
Oh jeez.
You're scaring me. but yeah, the reason for his weight would be so it's all this fur makes me poofy. Okay.
So cuddly, I'm gonna die.
Alright, so should we move on to our next character then? Or do we have anything else to say?
Yeah.
Okay, next up we have Inklings.
I am not surprised at all.
According to this, he
people
said...
wanted Inklings in Smash since like the E3 Splatoon was shown off.
Yeah.
Basically what it said, according to his data that we got from Source Gaming, the Inklings' popularity went up, I think, 15 places since February.
Jeez.
Wow.
At least that's what I think he says. But for the Inklings, there's so much potential with these guys. And not only is it so popular right now, but it'd be a great idea. And I know you have the idea of, or you have the theory that they would make a great character for the next one. But I just had this interesting other idea pop into my head. For this one, it's kind of hard to get them with all the other different weapons. So I think we would just get like the main, like regular Super Soaker type Inkling. But in the next one, we could either get different classes, or they could have custom moves that fit each weapon.
Well, yeah, because at that point they'd be veterans.
I mean, what I always thought is probably like, the regular B would be the regular like shotgun, the side B would be like the roller, the down B would be like the...
Even the smash attack be the roller.
And you know what would be cool? It's like for every alternate you switch to, there's that number of ink. I swear to God, like, no, they wouldn't do that. They would not do that. They would not make a white costume.
No,
they would not.
They wouldn't make it red either.
No.
Or red.
Yeah, you're right. They couldn't make it red. They would have to go orange, probably.
They wouldn't go brown either.
No.
I don't know.
Anyway,
disgusting.
Also, what I like about the Inkling, I think me and Tyler talked about this a lot when Splatoon came out. It's like, for Final Smash, you could just have an entire board, throw a dart, and that can be the Final Smash. Like, there's so many options that you can pick from.
They could just even give him the roller as the final smash.
That's still kind of tame compared to all the special weapons in Splatoon.
Yeah.
Well, like, turn me into the Kraken and let me just go around the map, just mess people up.
Kraken, Inkzooka, Ink Strike, Sonic Whale. There's so many options.
So many good ones.
And that's interesting.
No,
like,
the Final
if they
Smash
actually
would have
did
to be a
give
special weapon.
like if they actually did give them each their own class in the next one, each class could have a different final smash for it.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, like, I'm hoping the next Smash custom moves are a lot more, like, in-depth and optimized, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about the next Smash. The Smash 4
The
is
hype
gonna
train
last.
never ends.
I know. I know. I'm just like setting it up for that.
Smash
but
4 is gonna last a long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think,
Well, you're setting it up like Marvel. No. No. Easy now.
But yeah, I mean, with the Inklings, they were my original vote for the ballot. If they come in, I'm gonna be ecstatic. I'm just not setting my hopes up entirely high because I just have that feeling from Nintendo. But if they're in,
you'll be
awesome.
Don't you mean you'll be ink static?
No, Inkling was my original
I will
vote
be very
too, but...
fresh.
Oh, and I also came up with this other idea that last time you were wondering, like, how could they implement having them move through the ink? I think I only have two ways that they can actually implement that. It would be as their side dodge or their dodge roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whenever I think like Inklings in, I think of their whole thing like traveling by specific altered textures, like ink on a specific area. Like if they do that and it's like area specific, that'd be kind of hard to like implement.
I mean, they can implement it in other different ways, like dodge roll, or just even do a simple thing where it just like kind of trails them as they walk around or something like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, if there's ink across the map, if they're over it, then they'll have, like, faster maneuverability.
Yeah.
Well, if
they got Menando Boy to work,
Yes.
they could do this.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure Sakurai would have tons of ideas for Inkling.
Yeah, and Splatoon is ridiculously popular.
Yeah,
So,
a lot of people were worrying that was going to be a wonderful 101 situation where it wouldn't sell well. I'm happy Splatoon is doing really well so far, and I think they really have earned a spot on the roster if they do get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, honestly, to me, Splatoon is like the next Smash Bros. Mario Kart Nintendo game.
yeah.
For
hopefully.
me.
I mean, yeah, just do like free promotion. I mean, why not? You're already on the board with friggin' Mario Maker.
And then I think we can move on to the next character, because I think we kind of hit everything with the Inklings, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, so I think in the next character, this is going to hurt a lot. It's our poor guy. It's Snake.
Like I said, sniper in the forest at night.
All into the night.
Okay, we're not gonna be jerks. It's not Snake's fault.
Yeah, it's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
Had a rough life.
It is the real problem here is name of company withheld. It's really hard to say that name right now without getting it kind of paid and them coming after you. But
So we should just call it the company that should now be named.
Yeah, be all Harry Potter on it.
Don't say their name, or you're gonna be turned into pachinko.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. Snake had kind of a hard chance, like really being back in the first place. Now with this whole thing, and really, Hideo Kojima not really even owning the rights to him anymore, I don't see how he can come back.
Don't get me wrong. I would love it if Snake came back, but it's just, I don't think it's gonna work. It's just, there's so many issues around.
Too many legal hoops to go through.
Yeah.
I read a post on Reddit the other day, and I'm sorry if I'm saying their name, but Konami, how they really like making money off of minimal work. Because if Snake were to come back, it's obviously Nintendo doing all the work to put the character in, and then put the character on, the eShop, and that's pretty much free money for Konami. So, I mean, there's that regard, but at the same time, it's just speculation and guesstimating.
And now I should put my down payment on that Tyler Pachinko machine.
I'll be right next to you.
Okay. But yeah, this whole difficulties with the third party, like, the character, this sounds kind of like what happened with Mega Man, but, right now, those people, they're like in the, they're
Are they even?
the opposite of Limelight.
Yeah.
they're the crosshair, okay? So, if they weren't in the crosshair and they'd be like neutral, they'd be standing still, I'd say, yeah, he'd probably come back, because knowing they want big characters and all that stuff, and the demand for Snake, yeah, but it's the company's fault.
Yeah, because that company clearly doesn't know what their fans want, and I don't think they're gonna really listen to the Smash, community on it
Actually,
either.
I mean, unless they realize it is an easy way for them to make money.
I actually did remember hearing that somebody on Twitter put out a vote for Snake, and that company actually retweeted it. So I don't think that they're...
When was this?
This was earlier this year.
Okay.
This was around
it really depends, because this company really started to, tank it within the past few months in particular.
Tank it? That's like a massage compared to what they're doing. But yeah, Snake is like a kid that wants to go to a party. The company is his daddy not letting him.
Yeah.
In fact, he's just whipping him. Okay?
So Snake had a hard life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sad to say that.
Gonna reference that scene.
As many times as it takes.
I want us to have a Snake and Wolf party. A pack.
It's just gonna be a jolly old party with explosions and lasers and tanks.
The party's just not the same without those two clowns.
Those goof-ups,
Like, it would be great to see Snake come back. I will not deny that. I think...
Yeah.
He was so out of place that he fit in place.
I think that's the best thing about Snake.
To be honest, right now, I would probably argue Ryu is also a little out of place, but I mean, I like him. That's kind of what I also like about Snake, especially recently, kind of going back to Brawl recently, and like the past few months, I've really grown an appreciation for Snake.
That's where Snake's charm comes from, is from being so out of place, but that's what makes him really original, too, and his moveset is unlike any other Smash character, in my opinion.
Yeah, and here's the thing, with the micro... He was like, the precursor to, like, Pac-Man. He did, like, a lot of micromanagement, and, like Pac-Man, he's, like, really good. He was really good in Brawl.
Yeah. I mean, he was a heavyweight with none of the disadvantages of being
right. And may I mention that until...
Yes. Oh man, that thing.
Or the freaking Nuclear. Doesn't
do
like
grenades and.
Didn't Nuclear do like 28% damage if all hits connect?
Yeah, it was like stupidly good.
Okay. But yeah, Snake, you can't come to this party. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's not that he can't come; it's just complications.
Try to sneak out,
like,
Snake. Get inside your cardboard box.